Hi, Deb here, and I decided I was going to start sharing some of my first dolls. So I decided to start with my favorite first lady, which is Lady Bird. Lady Bird Johnson, Lyndon Johnson's wife. She was born Claudia Taylor, and her nursemaid declared she was as pretty as a little ladybird, so that's how she got her nickname. This doll was made, excuse me, in the 1990s by Danbury Mint. I don't know exactly what year because her box got ruined in one of our many basement floods. But there she is with the pearls and her elegant gloves. I believe this is an inaugural gown. I know there's a picture of her on the internet where she's just twirling around in this beautiful cape, well, dress with a cape, and she's gorgeous. She's just gorgeous. She has molded on shoes, and something I only recently discovered is her joints are, she's jointed, which is unusual, don't you think, in a porcelain doll? She has little, I believe they're snaps, and the pretty pearl earrings too. I think she's just a gorgeous doll. I believe she's about 20 inches tall. The reason she is jointed, excuse me, Lady Bird, whoops, is she has a cape that goes over, and it comes in a separate box altogether. Well, I mean, it was in the box, but fortunately I didn't leave it in the box for the flood to get it. But it's most unusual because the Danbury Mint put in instructions on how to put the cape on the doll. That's how I discovered she was jointed. I didn't even test that theory. But here's the cape. Isn't that beautiful? I was going to take it out and put it on her, but I realized it's sealed still. And this kind of material tends to get little worms on it when it's exposed to air. So I've decided I'm going to, at least for now, leave it sealed. This is the pretty cape. And you can see pictures online of what the doll looks like with the cape on. I also have a certificate of ownership, which the original owner's name is crossed out. I bought it used, or did my brother give it to me? Anyway, I didn't get her originally. And this is Lady Bird. Lady Bird is my favorite. Why? Well, golly, because I don't want to make it too long of a video. She is probably the first lady that I remember first. I have trouble deciding what I remember about the Kennedys from my childhood. I was only 5 when President Kennedy died. I know I remember Jackie when she was First Lady, and I remember President Kennedy. But my memories are very vague as far as what I remembered and what I've learned since. But I do remember the Johnsons. They were the first ones I actually remember. Lady Bird, she's very special to me. And I was, for years, probably since I was a child, I wanted to write her a letter and tell her so. And I'm a procrastinator. And I was at church one time, and the pastor was saying, you know, if God's telling you to do something good for somebody, just do it. Quit arguing about it. And I thought, oh, golly, that must be me. So I went home and I got to my computer. I made the font very large because I knew she was having trouble seeing. And I thought, I'm going to write her a letter and tell her how much she means to me, and how much her husband meant to me. And I did it. I prayed over it. I mailed it. And it wasn't a month later, I got a response from the lady herself. It was typewritten, you can tell, and it was big, bold font. And there were a couple strike-throughs, so I know a secretary didn't do it. The lady herself did it. And she wrote me the sweetest we're going to get emotional. She wrote me the sweetest letter about how appreciative she was that her husband was remembered the way I remembered him, and talking about the beauty that she discovered in the American people, which is quite a thing to say, considering she was treated very badly by people who wanted change and were, and of course about the Vietnam War. And she took a lot of heat for the policies her husband implemented, but yet she saw it as beauty. Speaking of beauty, if you drive down a highway in the US and you see beauty, that's her. She beautified America, literally. And she replaced junkyards and billboards with wildflowers. That was her thing, and she kept that up, I think, till the day she died. And also, anybody in America, if you have used Head Start for your kids, this is the lady that caused that to happen. Lady Bird Johnson, she was special. She will always be special to me. And so she's my first lady that I'm sharing the doll of. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you look into Lady Bird, and she has a wonderful story to tell. So maybe check her out. She wrote a great book, White House Diaries, where she documented everything in the years she was in the White House. She was an exceptionally good person. It's an exceptionally good doll. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram. And thanks for tuning in. Toodles!